Welcome back to another episode of the Educated and the Reckless podcast with your host Apollo P and
No Better Nina.
And we're back again with another episode. How's it going on, my guy Nina?
Good. Just really snowy. How about you?
It wasn't that snowy as yesterday, but people made it seem like it was going to be terrible. I think the one that was 2 weeks ago was actually worse than the one that...
You know why? Because 2 weeks ago, they always do this every year. 2 weeks ago, when they say there's going to be a snowstorm, the very first one, they never prepare, and then everything gets all fucked up. So then for the next one, they're like, okay, it might be bad, so let's just cancel everything. Yeah. But I ain't complaining. I got a snow day from work, so...
That's a fact. Yep. Same here. Well, I wasn't really working. But, yesterday I walked out, and my mom made me clean the snow away and the snow driveway and stuff like that. And I was like, hold on, this is nothing. This is nothing.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow more today too.
Yeah, on my way over here, it was snowing. So I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Well, it's not that bad though. For what people made it seem like, and they had that whole meme of the CP24 guys speaking patois, like as if this shit was gonna be like a bad day. Like I was like, yo, you guys hyped up the weather crazy.
They did still, but like, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah. All right, man. So anything else? Anything new?
Nope. I'm getting closer to finding out what's happening with my health problems, so that's kind of cool. Not really, but I mean, because remember I said I was blacking out the gym last time?
Yeah. You're working out hard?
Yeah, but it's more than just that. So we're trying to get answers. Hopefully by next week I will know something. But that's pretty much it. How about you? Anything exciting?
You already know me. Same shit, different day.
All right.
No, I can't really think. Maybe. You know what? Fuck it. Nothing happened.
Okay.
Nothing happened. Nothing I could really, All right. So there's a lot that went on last week or the past few days, coming from the Grammys to beef and shit like that.
Did you watch the Grammys?
I don't watch the Grammys, to be honest with you.
I did not watch either.
I don't take time to watch the Grammys. I swear that in hip hop we kept on saying the Grammys don't know nothing about hip hop, or why do we keep on propping them up as if they know some shit? So I was like, oh, word. And then when Drake said what he had to say during his speech, he honestly, if you're a real person who knows shit and then listens and pay attention, what he said was nothing new.
Yeah.
I think it was just the fact that he said it. Maybe Drake was the super popular guy, said the shit that people been echoing for the past decade or some change.
Yeah. And because of the way the Grammys reacted to it by cutting him off, I think that just caused more of a thing. They put out a statement saying, our producers thought because he paused that he was done, so that's why we cut him off. I mean, he did take a lot of pause. And he looked at the other direction and started talking to whoever was next to him, but yeah. Yeah,
so I'm like, they got him out the way. I'm like, Drake didn't say nothing new.
No, he did not.
So I'm like, all right, then cool. You guys are hyping it up. Like, they hyped up the weather, they hyped up Drake's speech. A lot of the shit that people hype up is like shit that just, I've been heard before, that nothing new.
Yeah.
Right? So, all right. So, Cardi B won Best Rap Album.
Woohoo.
All right. So, a lot of people, I think this is rightfully so, people are getting at her because they feel like she didn't have the best art in the category.
See, and that's crazy. Okay, in the category, but funny enough, remember when you and I talked about this at our year-end wrap-up, and we spoke about the Grammy nominations as well, because they were coming out the day after. You mentioned a couple of these being on there. I already said that my top album of the whole year was definitely Cardi B's. Yeah. And my reason being was because it's an unskippable, as a debut album, it's difficult to make it like actually good and like people not want to skip tracks on it and shit. And honestly, people didn't really expect her to put out something that was that good. Like when she had Bodak Yellow, it was almost like the idea of her being a one-hit wonder was like a possibility. So
Stripper and Sanger.
Yeah, so I think that being unskippable, like that was the reason that it was number one.
I don't know if it was unskippable. But I don't even know if it's that. Like I think when people talk about Cardi, I think people like Cardi personality so much that they don't even hit her with an objective type of opinion. They go like, yeah, Cardi B's cool. She did that. She worked hard. Yeah, her story is dope. But we're talking about the quality of music compared to like Astro World, compared to Victory Lap, compared to Good Swimming or Take Care, whatever that Mac Miller album, compared to Pusha T.
Not Good Swimming. It's just called Swimming.
It's called Swimming?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And compared to Pusha T's Daytona, it's like Cardi B ranks in the very bottom of all those in terms of music wise. So when she wins, it's like the Macklemore effect or the Iggy effect. It's like, we already know Nicki's better than you. You know?
No, I don't think.
No. I think in terms of when Nicki won, Nicki was better.
When she won?
Yeah. Well, hold on.
She didn't get a Grammy. Nicki never got a Grammy before.
I know. But when Iggy won and when Macklemore won, people were like, they totally missed out on the better
okay,
person.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
and that's what that's the same thing that happened right at the Grammys. It's like,
but
Cardi B, yeah, she put out a good album, but compare it to the other albums that she was up against. Come on, man,
only album I can speak on that she was up against was Astroworld, and I do think like Astroworld is cool in terms of like, yeah, it's full of like crazy. It's good in terms of production.
Yeah,
that's what it's good in terms of, but I don't know if I would say that it's better than Cardi's album, personally. Mm-hmm. Like, if we're talking specifically about the rapping on it, then it's Cardi's album over Astroworld, for sure. I can't speak on the other three because I haven't listened to either of those.
Yeah. So, I mean, some people are looking at it like, yo, Pusha T got robbed, Nipsey Hussle got robbed, Mac Miller got robbed.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe not Tyler. I mean, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to that. Maybe Travis Scott didn't get robbed. Maybe he was like, his shit was just because he was popular.
It's just, that's it.
But I look at the Cardi B thing and it's like, yo, Cardi B, I know that you work hard. I know that your story is like one of those type of, whoa, you took $1 and made it into like a dream or some shit. Mm-hmm. But like, nah, I really feel like they messed it up in this category. But you know what? You can't take Grammys back.
No, you can't.
And she defended that she worked hard, which you probably did. Is like, I could work hard. I could work out 7 days a week. Don't make me stronger than the strongest man in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
But good things happen to good people.
I guess.
And vice versa.
I guess.
This is a testament.
But but she, you know what I felt like? I feel like she felt it was true because she deleted her gram.
I didn't notice that she deleted her Instagram.
She deleted it.
For how long?
I don't know. For however long it was.
Because I went to bed and it was still there, and then I woke up and her Instagram was there, and I was like, okay.
However long it was deleted for, it was deleted. Or maybe that's fake news.
I think that is fake news.
But I seen it. I mean,
she did post that video defending herself, which I don't like that she did that, because I don't think she should have done that, because like
she knows it. She honestly, in her heart of heart, she feels like, you know what, I got lucky in this position.
I just think like putting out a video like that and addressing like all the people who are talking shit and stuff, it's just like why even focus on that? Like, focus on the fact that like this was #1, your debut album. Mm-hmm. You're the first female to win the Grammy in that category. Mm-hmm. And you were the only girl in that category as well. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, I would just, like, obviously focus on that. But obviously, at the time when people are criticizing your craft and stuff, it gets a little difficult to do so. Like, you see it all the time with celebrities addressing their haters and stuff like that, more than the people who actually, like, praise them. But I really wish she didn't do that. Because that, to me, I was just like, yo, come on. Like, it was literally, like, less than... like maybe a couple hours after she posted the one talking about how amped she was about winning the Grammy and stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, congrats to Cardi. I feel like that category was kind of like, you know, fumbled a little bit, but you can't take it back.
No, you cannot.
You know? So, I mean, and like Drake said, these don't mean anything. You got people singing your lyrics and coming to your shows.
From their regular job.
Yeah, so that means you actually winning. So all the other people in the category, you win. Except for Travis.
You feel like a loser after that speech.
Who?
Drake.
Because you don't got a Grammy?
Nah, because I'd be spending $230 on his concert tickets with my regular job.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's what it is. You have a regular job. He's entertaining. He's your escape. All right, so want to talk about this Tory Lanez running down on a fellow Canadian?
Yeah.
All right, so this is real weird. I found it super weird because Tory Lanez, I don't know what type of mindset he was when he did this shit.
I don't either.
So apparently, the backstory is that Dax,
yes,
the Canadian rapper, he ran down. Ottawa rapper. That's your man's, right?
Yeah.
So, so he previewed a track, the diss track.
I'm not Joyner. I'm not Don Q or Joyner.
He previewed it. Tory caught wind of it and was like, "Yo, I'm not the one." Blah, blah. You know, he did the whole talk.
Yeah.
And then dude,
even though Tory challenged everybody, any rapper.
Yeah. He did. He put it out there, right? He was on the 6ix9ine shit.
Yep.
Yeah. So he did that. Dude responded, was like, "All right, let me just get at you." Like lyrically, he wasn't even violated. I listened to it. He didn't violate him or nothing. He was just more so on some lyrical miracle type shit. And so I guess Tory, I don't know. Tory said in an interview with Academics, he said he never heard the diss track.
Yeah. But then why would you pull up on him?
Then he pressed him. And you know what I mean?
That's weird. Yeah. No, he's lying.
So it makes no sense. So Tory said that, and then dude, his story was like, hey, he did that shit. He didn't really take it serious when he got the DM. He just put it out anyway, put out the video. He started getting a lot of reaction from it, and then he had a show during Grammy weekend where he's talking to someone. Then he said he was inside the venue, started feeling punches and shit like that. And he's like, whoa. He dipped out the venue. He started running. And then you know what happens after. I guess Tory Lanez caught wind of him.
Talking about, apologize, blah, blah, blah.
Apologize, fucking apologize. It's not going to end. And then apparently, dude lost his chain. Like, his chain got confiscated. You know.
I didn't know that.
Some shit. I got to listen to another one. I think he broke it down a little more in detail on a No Jumper interview. But from what I heard from the academic stuff that I heard, and I was like, shit, he ruffled him up a little bit, took his chain, and he apologized. He was like, hey, my life is more important than, like I always say, sometimes in life you got to learn to take the L.
When I saw him say that, I was like, this has Apollo written all over it.
Yeah, like, sometimes in life you got to learn to take the L.
No, but like real shit, like I love Tory, don't get me wrong, but like this was some lame ass shit. I don't rate him at all for this. Like you put it out that you challenge any rapper in the world to like go with you like bar for bar, and somebody does it, and obviously you reacted like this because you feel threatened in some way, shape, or form by his talent. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Like, cool, Tory, nobody hated you before this, like, you know what I mean? But now you're doing shit like this. It's like, why didn't you just respond? Did you know you weren't capable of out-rapping him on that? Like, I don't know. And even what Dax was saying about taking the temporary L, like, and just speaking like, like I have a son and whatever, like,
Dax doesn't have a son.
He said that.
He has a son?
Yeah. I swear in his Instagram story he posted, and he's like, I have to think about like my son and stuff too. Huh? When it comes down to this. Yeah.
I never seen him talk about no type of child. I thought he meant his family, like in terms of his moms, his pops, and shit like that.
No, he said son. Right here.
Huh? Where'd I see that shit?
Blah, blah, blah. Family, temporary L. Yeah. Oh, this is definitely awkward. My bad. He does not have a son. He doesn't have a son. Tory Lanez. All right, he said this will teach their son. I'm hoping anyone reading this will teach their son the same thing.
Yeah. So Tory Lanez, you know what Tory Lanez's excuse was? Why he did it?
Why?
He was in a bad mood. He said something was going on with his child, some medical type shit, and he just wasn't having it that day. And I was like, hold on. What? So your son doing bad, respectively, right? And so you gotta take out your anger on someone else?
Yeah, that's super.
Yo, you sound like a ho-ho out here, man.
Just go work out or something. And that's what I do when I'm angry. But even what Dax is saying about taking the temporary L, like, because like, you have certain things to lose and stuff like that. So referring to his family and stuff, like, it's so funny because that same day that happened, earlier in the day, I went out for lunch with my mom, and we were actually talking about that, like how, like, when you fall out with people, in regards to falling out with like people and stuff, when at the end of the day you have more to lose, like you learn to take that temporary L.
Yeah, you gotta take that. Sometimes in life you gotta learn to take the L.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna end up like Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of tell people. And I think Tory Lanez that was whack. A lot of people on the internet look at it as whack because it's like, what the fuck you doing?
Definitely was whack. And I'm saying this is like a diehard Tory fan.
Would you apologize in that position though?
If I was Tory?
No. If you're Dax.
See, I'm the kind of person who, when I'm riled up like that, and like someone's doing some shit like that, like no, I'm not apologizing. Like, are you dumb? I'm doing whatever you're doing to me. If that's fighting, then we're fighting. Like, but if it's like, I don't know. The thing is, you could see with Dax right then and there, like he's very calm about like, that's the thing. Personally, for me, I know I can't be calm in situations.
Man was like, I got you. I got you. Say sorry. I got
you. Like, like he was very, very, very relaxed. Like,
he was tired. He's exhausted.
I don't know. I feel like you would be the same. Like, you would be very relaxed.
Yeah. To be honest, it depends what's inside my face. If you got just guys trying to throw punches. So I remember someone saying like a real nigga would say, "Oh, fuck you and your mans," and then take that out, and then they get beat up. But sometimes look at it like this: imagine if Dax was like on some like, I'm not saying no, I'm not apologizing to you, fuck you and your people, right? Yeah. And imagine Dax had the blicky, right?
Yeah.
He blows everyone away.
Yeah.
And then it's like Tory Lanez is looking like, now I gotta avenge my mans and his family because I put him in a super situation that didn't need to happen. Because sometimes. Yeah, I always say you gotta learn to take the L in life, but sometimes you can't underestimate trying to force a W out of a situation you could have just left alone.
Yeah, you
could take it out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like Tory Lanez could have just was like, you know what, I don't even gotta worry about that because I could have pressed him, and I don't know what type of person he is because how Sun Tetsu says you gotta know yourself and know your enemy, right? If you know yourself, but you don't know the enemy, then you only won 50% of the battle. And if he comes up and tries to press him, you don't know what type of energy Dax is on. Dax could be on some other shit, and then shit could go left again.
And even so, like, also with Tory just addressing the whole situation and making it all extra and stuff, he just brought so much attention to this Dax guy because not very many people knew who he was. He only had, 120,000 followers on Instagram? I mean, not only, but
he has a strong following on YouTube.
Oh, okay. But not many people knew who he was before this. Yeah. I personally did not know who he was before this.
Your mans? You didn't know your mans?
No, I didn't.
Oh, shit.
And the reason Apollo says this is because I lived in Ottawa for 10 years. Not from there, though.
That's your mans, yo.
But yeah, like, I didn't know who he was before this, and now, like, I feel like this just brought so much more attention to the diss track itself. Like, at the end of the day, Dax took a temporary L in the video, but I'm sure his numbers ran up. Like,
exactly, it did. He did like 1 million in a day or something, or maybe about 750.
So there we go. Like, at the end of the day, he won. That's the thing. When you take that temporary L, you always end up winning.
And the way he handled it was like, I'm not angry, it's all, type of shit. It's like, now it makes Tory Lanez look like even more of a buster.
Exactly. It makes him look like a psychopath.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about. We want to talk about this Chris Brown Offset thing or not?
Not really much to talk about except for the fact that if anyone's trying to go to Chris Brown's house,
you already know the address.
I'm about it. So
you already know the address.
Exactly.
He said, "Do your Googles."
He did. He's like, my address is up. Apparently, some girl said she went to his house after that, and he let them in, and he bought chicken wings for them.
Oh, for real?
I don't know if that's real or not. I seen it on the Shade Room. She took little videos in the driveway with the Lamborghini and stuff. I was like, damn.
See, fans, you new fans.
Me and my friends, but they was playing.
You new age fans are weird. I'm never doing some shit like that. I'm not pulling up.
If somebody puts their address out there and I live close by, like let's say like Tory Lanez posts his address and it's literally down the street from me in Vaughan, I'm going.
Yeah, see, you guys is weird because you know he got security and people that do some shit. You know Chris Brown is a gangbanger, right?
Okay. If he buys me chicken wings,
you pull up there with the dumb shit. You will get faded.
Okay.
And you will get shot.
I don't think so.
All right, so you see that?
Too cute to get shot.
You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know.
I'm joking.
Shit might go left. Are you see that? So we talked about Bow Wow because we talked about Bow Wow last week. We talked about how
we could address it.
So we thought Bow Wow was a battered lover.
Yep.
But what it looks like, he was just a short. A Napoleon type guy who had an anger issue.
Yes.
He was barking at his female.
In the elevator, the footage was released.
Take her phone and shit like that, barking.
And grabbing her arm very aggressively.
Yeah, so it's like, was Bow asking for the ass whooping?
This is what I'm saying. Do you remember a little while back, I was talking about how we were talking about in reverse situations, girls like yelling and getting all up in their boyfriend's faces and not expecting to get hit back. But when you do it to someone of the same sex, obviously you expect all the smoke. Yeah. This is kind of a prime example of it, just reversed. Like pretty much he's instigating an argument with her, knowing that if she hits him, she's going to look bad. Just like what we saw with all the scratches on his face. Everyone felt bad. Oh, poor Bow Wow, poor Bow Wow. But then when you do it to someone, if he did that to another guy, I don't know, like if he did that to like Lil Wayne or something, like obviously he's expecting all the smoke. Like he's not sitting there not expecting him to hit back. So it's like he took advantage of the situation, he got hit for it, and then he cries wolf. Like it's stupid. Like at this point, like it's just like, yeah, whatever. Like if somebody was talking to me like that in my face and grabbing me and shit like that, I'm fucking slapping the shit out of you.
Exactly.
Like
stop that dumb shit.
So he deserved it at the end of the day. And I would say the same thing if it was the other way around. Yeah. So
he was asking for the ass whooping. I was like, wow, I thought your girl was just wilding out.
Same.
And you know what I mean? I thought you were just doing your thing, doing what you're supposed to do.
Doing some Wolverine shit on his face.
And then she pulled up on him and was like, all right, slow that dumb shit down. Bow Wow, slow that dumb shit down. And so Bow Wow looked like he was the aggressor. Yes. You know, and that's what have you.
Don't instigate with anyone of any, doesn't matter if they're the opposite sex or not. If you expect the smoke from the same person as the same sex as you, then you should expect it from the opposite.
You didn't have to. Want to talk about this BET Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
So what I found it so weird is why they do this shit.
It's funny, but it's not funny because like as an urban culture platform, you're not supposed to take sides. You know, like you're
objective.
You're supposed to, support both and whatever. Like I understand that. Whatever, like, but even before, like, she was just being a sore loser. Like, before that even came out, she was talking about, I lost the Grammys and I never been awarded because I pissed off the same white guy that Ariana Grande pissed off. And because Ariana didn't end up performing either because of some song problem.
Yeah, because she was saying that she was messing up with the art.
Yeah.
Shit,
And so she's saying she pissed off that same guy who had control over that. Like she's like, yeah, it's all gonna come out on Queen Radio and blah blah blah. Like she's making
cocksucker of the week.
Yeah, like she's just coming up with any excuse for it to be like, yeah, I didn't win the Grammy because of this. Like that's why I've never got one. It's like, boo hoo, you're a sore loser. Like just suck it up. Like just like this is a perfect opportunity for you to take that temporary L, be like, you know what, Cardi,
she's been taking the L for the last 10 years,
right? Because she won't take the temporary one. You take the temporary one for 5 minutes, you'll get the win in the long run.
I don't think so, because she was supposed to win. Hold on. I think people are even have this argument. I seen it on Everyday Struggle, and I'm starting to agree with them. Like Nicki should have at least one Grammy. Has she been even nominated for anything?
I'm not sure.
Because like Nicki should have at least one Grammy for what she's done in the last 10 years.
I won't say she hasn't done anything. She has done something.
She paved the way. Let's say she paved the way for what Cardi's doing now.
I think a lot of people just don't rate her because of the fact that the whole thing about her ripping off Lil' Kim and not giving any credit to where credit was due.
People are ripping off Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Nicki Minaj ripped off Lil' Kim in the first place, right? And it's like if Nicki had just given that credit to Lil' Kim in the first place, then the people who are ripping off Nicki would pay that homage and whatnot.
I think Nicki Minaj reinvented the female rapper. She invented the female rapper image. She made up taking bits and elements from Lil' Kim and some other places, but she reinvented the female rapper.
I personally think she took the whole.
That's what you see a lot. That's what you see a lot of female rappers got the colorful weaves in. They do all this like extra shit.
But that's what Kim was doing before Nicki.
Kim wasn't all that. Kim wasn't doing all the extra. Kim wasn't extra'd out like that. Lil' Kim's extra'd out. I mean, Nicki Minaj is extra'd out, and that's what you see a lot of these other girls just extra'd out.
But like, if you at least just say like, let's say even if she didn't take the whole image, but at least, you know, in an interview and stuff, talk about maybe how your inspiration came from that. A lot of it stems, I know a lot, especially with the older generation specifically, a lot of the reason that they don't like Nicki is because of the fact that she never paid homage to being inspired by Lil' Kim.
I doubt that. I think a lot of people don't like Nicki Minaj because she's an asshole.
I mean, I know hashtag doesn't like her because of the Lil' Kim thing, so.
I wouldn't know. I think Lil' Kim, I think Nicki Minaj is an asshole to a lot of people. That's what it seems like, because I swear her whole thing is like, if a girl's assertive, she's a bitch, but if a guy's assertive, he's a man, right? So it's kind of like that whole thing is like she has to be tough because she's been around guys her whole life in terms of business. All right, man, we're coming back in. We don't know what we were talking about before. I think of Nicki Minaj. All right, then let that be happen. Whatever. Oh,
wait. Sorry. No, there was one more thing I did want to say. Because, see, isn't it a good thing I make my notes? She did, after the article was tweeted out, she did tweet out a picture of the girl who wrote the article.
Did she really?
Yes.
Okay. She tried to wanna the girl?
Yeah, which is kind of mean because it's like, yo, you know how psycho your fan base is. Like, you know the shit that they're capable of. And it's like, you shouldn't have tweeted the pic about the girl because now they're going to find out everything about it. But this is why she's childish. She's an internet thug. That's all she knows how to do. That's it. It's like.
What are you talking about? She said she's going to pull up on DJ.
So why didn't she pull up on this girl? Why she got to post a picture of her online?
DJ
and wait for her fans to do something. She's a kid, bro. She's literally a kid. It's just like the girl. So BET put out a statement afterwards apologizing, whatever. Yeah. It won't happen again. Blah blah blah. They didn't say they fired anybody. So
BET lost money.
The girl still has a job, but they
lost an act.
Yeah, but whatever. But yeah, isn't it funny how she makes the whole decision? Like, yeah, Young Money. None of us are performing there anymore after this. And then she texts Lil Wayne, and then he agreed. Whatever. But
Lil Wayne follows her. I mean, you got to. You got to.
I won't perform. I doubt if BET gives fucking. What are those other kids' names on Young Money? There was those two kids who like didn't really blow up or
Little Twist.
Yes.
Chucky.
If BET was to toss them a bag to perform, they're not turning that shit down.
They turn that shit down.
No, they're not turning that shit down.
Young Money is a
Unless Lil Wayne is tossing them a bag worth the same amount or a little more, they're not turning it down.
I mean, hold on. Young Money, I think Young Money is collapsed anyways because that shit bad.
Yeah, and let's say BET comes around and is like, nah, we're gonna one up Nicki because we're gonna get Lil Twist and whoever else to perform here.
Lil Twist hasn't.
And they do, then
Lil Twist hasn't had a hit in a while. But you know what? The same thing how I look at the Wanna situation, and the same thing I look at this one. Yo, if you don't want the smoke, watch your fucking mouth. Why'd you tweet that? If you tweeted that thinking that you're gonna troll, thinking that was fire, thinking you would probably have no type of repercussions, and then shit goes left. now your face is out there because you just wanted to tweet
but
something.
You gotta understand, this is not coming from a personal account. This is coming from a work related thing. So it's like she's not asking for the smoking and work related thing. She was trying to be funny. I get it, bro. Like I'm out here on air talking about I'm Team Cardi all the fucking time. Like if Nicki caught swing of that, let's say I was someone prominent in the media industry and I started saying that, which obviously at that point I can't. But like if I started saying that shit then obviously, she catches wind of that and she puts my shit out there. But it's like, yo, like it's a job. Like chill out. Like you're such a kid, bro. Like just relax.
I mean, I respect Nicki doing that. You want to talk shit about me, I'm gonna put you out there. All right, then hold your own, bitch.
Yeah, well, maybe she should go square up with her then instead of just posting it online and being like, I'm gonna just let my fans get to it.
Queens don't fight.
But then she's always talking about how she wants all of you. Just said she was gonna pull up on DJ Envy.
No, I never said Envy.
Whoever you said.
It's DJ, what's his name? DJ something. The guy that used to be with Cardi when she was first coming up on Love and Hip Hop. DJ One or DJ something.
Okay.
DJ something. Fuck his name. I forget. Yeah, he said he was gonna pull up on that DJ, get mans to pull up on him type shit. I respected that though. I mean, I don't respect pulling up on DJ that didn't do nothing to you, but like, hey, I respect the fact that she put that girl's name out, face out, and was like, yo, this is my abuser.
I don't respect it.
We've been saying that. Shame the abuser. Shame the abuser.
I don't respect it. I think she's lame.
All right, so social issues. All right, so what do you think about this whole Gucci thing?
Crazy. When I seen the sweater, like immediately, I didn't even have to like swipe. I didn't have to read no caption about blackface, like nothing. Like I saw the sweater, like all I saw was a screenshot of the sweater from the website. It didn't say on the top like blackface, nothing like that. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like that was so bad. And I like the whole thing, I was just like, what the fuck? But like at the same time, I'm also not exactly shocked in a way.
Oh, you're disappointed but not surprised.
Yeah, like it's almost like you expect the high fashion industry to like make a mockery of people in order to get money.
Check this out, right? I'm glad that you said what you said.
Yes.
Hold on, Katy Perry has her own shoe?
Yeah. So, okay, so before you say whatever you're going to say, so Prada also got some stuff pulled as well that mocked, I'm not sure what the term is, but it was like these monkey things with blackface, and they had kind of like keychains is what they were. They pulled those, and then they also Moncler as well has a bunch of shit like jackets and stuff with blackface designs on them as well. And then Katy Perry, there was some shoes that Katy Perry has on. I guess she has her own shoe line, and they said they pulled them as well for blackface because people were claiming that those are blackface as well. So I was going to ask if you thought the Katy Perry shoes were blackface. The Moncler, Gucci, and Prada, I think the whole world agrees.
Yeah.
Katy Perry, I've seen people a little split on.
The Katy Perry look like little Mr. Potato Heads.
That's what I said.
But then again, we're in a very sensitive climate.
Yes, and I understand we're in a sensitive climate, and obviously I'm not black, so I like what I say isn't really like, I guess, valued as much as if it was like you talking about it. But for me personally, the only reason I think the Katy Perry one isn't blackface is because, one, unlike all the other products, these products also come in not just black, they come in nude as well. Yeah. Like a white people's skin color. Two, the other thing is like the lips on the face of the shoes, it's not like stupidly oversized like how what the other brands were doing in order to mock what it was back in the minstrel days when they would draw the oversized lips on purpose to mock what they thought black people looked like and stuff. I mean, yeah, but the Mr. Potato Head thing is kind of like what I could see it as, but I understand obviously we're in a sensitive time where like anything that kind of looks similar to it in any way, shape, or form, or that it could possibly be making a mockery of, is obviously going to be seen as offensive. So
yeah. All right, so I see everyone, doing what they gotta do, coming down at all these people. And so what I saw on Twitter the other day was, I saw someone make a great point. They said that all these fashion designers that we're seeing right now are copying Patrick Kelly, his designs from the 80s.
I saw that too, yes.
And so I Googled it, I looked at it, and I was like, You have a point. You have a point. And he was obviously black. He was a black designer. Mm-hmm. He was doing the whole type of thing to kind of get the whole blackface thing going. And what I saw and what I'm seeing is like, I don't know necessarily if they're really being racist, although I think there is a power structure within high fashion where they do look down at, you know, minorities. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's a class structure. Who knows? But I look at that and I'm seeing maybe I shouldn't necessarily be mad per se that they're doing this if I look at it through an objective lens. If they are copying from a black designer who did something back in like 30 odd years ago, mm-hmm. then necessarily am I looking at it as racist? No, they're copying. I think they're fraudulent. They're trying to repurpose the design that was once lost years ago mm-hmm. in the world of fashion and want to bring it back to the forefront to where people could wear it now. Yeah. But it might be a marketing mistake.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, I don't necessarily be even wearing any designers because I can't really afford it like that.
I feel that.
But
I know the drug dealers are shaking right now.
No, drug dealers are. And my question is too, like, I was asking myself, should black people per se even stop wearing designers because of this? Or should they even be forced to?
To your point of like them copying Patrick Kelly.
Yeah.
I think the reason that this comes off obviously is going to be seen as not, it's supposed to be viewed as offensive, is because these are products coming from a company where the CEO is all white people. I am just double checking the CEO of Moncler as we speak, but the other two are confirmed Italian. Yeah, they're all Italian actually. And I think that is pretty much the reason that this is seen as offensive. It's like, for example, you're okay with seeing black people say the N-word, but when anyone else of any other race says it, obviously it's offensive. Mm-hmm. So this to me is kind of the same thing. It's like, Patrick Kelly, cool, he's a black designer, he can do it. Yeah. But once anyone else of any other race touches that, it's seen as a mockery and it's seen as racist because you don't know what their true intentions really are behind it. And I think that's where the line gets crossed, and that's why I personally find it offensive to the black community.
Yeah. And maybe, hold on, what if they put out these designs and they weren't meant for the commoners? Because certain things are not meant for poor people. You know what I mean? So certain poor people may not understand the culture and the go-abouts of the rich. You know, the class. There's a class system. Sometimes in lower class, you tend to do certain things that when you finally get some money and you change your class, you start to look at shit. It was like, whoa, what I was doing was wild, crazy. Uh-huh. You know, maybe I'm not trying to defend her or anything. I'm just looking at it objectively, right? Maybe it wasn't for us. Maybe if I got some more money, maybe if I had like $1 million or maybe more than $1 million in my bank account, I live a little different lifestyle. I look at the designs, it's very, very chic. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Who knows? But yeah, I can see why people are getting offended by it because it's like, and plus, like I said, we live in a sensitive time. We're not supposed to do some crazy shit, all that type of mockery of like races and stuff like that. People will come down at you. And I honestly feel like, this is going to be a temporary thing. It's like, you do that shit, they pull the line.
I don't think people are going to stop buying from it.
No, not people. I don't necessarily think black people are going to stop buying.
That's what. I don't think it's going to really change it. I mean, we've seen Floyd Mayweather yesterday up in the Gucci store talking about, I'm still going to buy it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I think T.I. will stop buying it.
I think T.I. will buy it eventually.
I mean, Soulja Boy seemed a little convinced when they sent him the gloves last night, the Gucci gloves. He seemed a little, I'm still kind of mad at you, but like...
Soulja Boy is a fucking goof.
Like, what's going on?
I like Soulja Boy, but he's a fucking goof. The man walked on camera, was on camera with a Fendi headband, talking about we don't fuck with Gucci no more. This man stopped wearing designer for another design. See, like, that's some goofy shit.
Why? He just switched brands. To one that, well, this one's probably got offensive shit too.
Yeah, apparently someone I heard that Penny had some offensive shit like a few years ago. And so it's like all this shit's not meant for black people a lot of the times. Like they don't market to black people. Like if you see it, like they don't even have any brand sponsorship with any black people who tend to go inside the Gucci store, rap about the Gucci shit, and have a whole bunch of just Gucci shit all the time. Yeah, we see Lil Pump with Gucci getting that one of his biggest songs. We see Soulja Boy walk around with the Gucci headband like it was like sacred as shit. You know what I mean? We see a whole bunch of shit going on, but necessarily, are they going to align themselves with that? No, because they are looked at as lower culture. They may not want to align themselves with someone who has like fucking tats on their face, talking about all this reckless bullshit, while they cater to a more, you know, prestigious audience. It's like, that's what makes sense. It's like
a rich white man.
Exactly, and not necessarily even like the maybe European type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but it's still not like a pass.
I don't know. I mean, T.I., all that shit happening. I'm like, all right, who knows? Who knows what the fuck is going on? I don't necessarily think that, you know, shit will change.
I don't think it's going to make a dent in their pockets.
I don't think so at all. Honestly,
it's almost like this is a publicity stunt for them. It just garners them more attention, ups their sales.
Who knows? I mean, I think that would be a waste of production. If you ask me, it might have been an oversight in the marketing. Maybe some of the marketing managers were like, you know what, this is a cool chic design. It's risque. I see where it could go. The whole graphic designs and shit. People having things on their clothes, no more minimalistic type shit.
Yeah.
It could have been an oversight inside the marketing business thing. Who knows? There's plentiful things that could happen. Or maybe this was like a marketing tactic going like, you know what? We're going to spend a whole bunch of production dollars on making these things, put them out, get a black reaction, take them out, and then show them the real shit we were trying to have. You know what I mean? I really think that you trying to market in terms of putting out actual product. I don't know if it was actually out. Was it actually out?
Yeah, the sweater was, yes. I don't know about the jacket, and the Prada figurines were in a New York store.
Yeah, so like if you had these things out or you already did the production for them, I'm pretty sure like you wasting money on some shit like that, it doesn't seem like a really smart tactic, a business tactic like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe it could have been just an oversight inside the business meeting. There's like, you know what? Maybe they're culturally clueless.
Well, obviously, when you're speaking about that, it comes down to a lack of diversity within the people who are passing.
Yeah, and if that is true, should people really be mad at the brands for lacking a type of perspective where that would have stopped mid?
Well, let's be realistic here. I'm not black, and I saw it.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't. There has to be, whether it's all white people or not. I don't think it's an excuse, because it's like people who aren't even black. I saw it immediately, and it's like other people who aren't black obviously saw it immediately too, in order for it to cause such a backlash.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, like, you live in a city, you live in a very populated, culturally diverse city. You're talking about people who may live in like Italy. I'm not quite sure. Well, there's black people doing shit in Italy, but but at a rate where you could be segregated off from like a lot of diverse and may not understand the plight of other people. I remember coming to York one time, there's this girl that saw black people for the first time. She was living in Canada her whole life. Like, she was around black people her first time. She never seen black people before.
She was white or black?
She was white.
But Europe, also keep in mind, all of Europe itself is known to be pretty racist.
Exactly. So,
like, to anyone who's not white.
I mean, I don't want to necessarily put racist on them. They could be really prejudiced. A lot of the times,
pretty racist. I mean, I'll speak from experience living in Woodbridge. I've experienced a lot of shit personally that's affected me. Like,
you're talking about Italians.
People coming up to me, but that's European. I'm talking about all of Europe itself. In Paris, you hear all the time, like, they're doing fucked up shit to black people, brown people, like, all the time. So it's like, all of Europe itself, I can't, like, there's no way for me to believe that it was done to be offensive. Like, that's yes.
I mean, 100%. It could have been an oversight. I don't buy Gucci anyways. I don't buy designer brands anyway.
It's crazy, because I was trying to buy some Gucci sneakers.
Man, Gucci could suck my dick, but in terms of, like, I'm not spending my money on Gucci and designer and shit like that, because I don't look at it as, like, some type of coveted type of shit. You know? I mean, I don't think they're not going to stop. They might put out an apology. Some people didn't see.
Somebody was meeting, I can't remember their name.
Oh, Dapper Dan.
Yeah. With the CEO.
They're trying to get Dapper Dan out the fucking way in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because he was bootlegging the Gucci shit. Well, they're like, yo, stop that shit. And then they finally gave him a little Gucci shit, and he's, I guess,
I won't even, like, even if he does meet with him, whatever, and they talk it out and shit, it's not sincere to me. It's just more so to fix the image.
I mean, if black people had the same type of anti-defamation league like the Jewish people did, they'd probably, say like, we want a fucking apology and a donation to let you know to let us know that you really are sincere about what you're apologizing for.
Yeah.
But black people don't really got that. They got T.I. All right. So Justine Skye, let's talk about this. Our abusive. Yeah. I mean, it seems like we always talk about abuse and shit on this podcast every so often.
This is the second topic of the day about abuse.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people really getting Tyson blows, wheel kicks, forearm smash, ground and pounds, eye jammies inside.
Okay, we get it.
Inside their home, like the people are really getting like abused.
Yeah.
It's like people come back home, bomb, Tyson blow, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. Justine Skye was in a relationship with Sheck Wes. I don't know however long ago that was.
Taste.
I mean, hey, Mo Bamba, my boy. She's from Harlem. I think she's from Harlem, no?
And now she got Gold Link. I repeat, terrible taste. Great voice. Great voice.
I mean, Gold Link is
a little sore on the eyes.
Gold
That's
Link,
all I'm gonna say.
All right. He had a song like a few years ago, like not even a few years, like a year and a half ago. You know, those. I don't know. He didn't put no music out. I guess he was too busy just inside the box.
Maybe. Okay, continue.
All right, so she was in a relationship with Sheck Wes a few years ago, or however long ago that was. I think just last year, was it? Just last year. Just last year, because she put out a text saying that she locked herself in the room like just in July.
Oh shit! I guess just last year.
I guess just last year that she was in a relationship with a dude. Then she came out. You know, it was speculated a few months ago when she came out with a song "Build" or something, where she was in an abusive relationship, or actually was going on interviews and saying that, hey, I was in an abusive relationship, and you know things like that. I'm not going to name my abuser, but the internet started speculating that it was Sheck Wes. She said, and then she tweeted, "I didn't say no names." Blah blah blah. You know the whole thing. I thought she was going to leave it right there. Then she comes out the tweet saying that, hey, I was walking in the park with my boyfriend, and Sheck Wes was stalking me and pulled up on me type shit, blah, blah, blah. And then she started going on the attack on Twitter. I'm like, whoa, she actually saying names? She's getting that.
But wait, how long ago was the interview?
I think it might have happened around maybe December.
Oh, okay. So
December maybe.
A couple months. Okay.
Because she was whenever that song came out, she started doing some type of she did an interview. I
always wondered what she did.
She sang, but I mean, I know her from Tumblr. I remember her from Tumblr days when she was with homeboy Glenn.
Tumblr days.
Yeah, because I remember she was dating this Tumblr guy.
Okay.
And he was really popular, and she was kind of like that, just the girl to the side, and then she turned around where she started gaining more clout. Other boy to the side hasn't really got that much clout after that. You know, Tumblr days was cool.
Yeah, Tumblr days. It's so funny. There was a point in time during those days where Tumblr used to be an adjective to describe things. Like that's so Tumblr.
Tumblr used to be shit.
To it?
Tumblr's still around. They just got bought up by Yahoo and they stopped all the nudity shit apparently.
Okay.
But yeah.
Anyways, sorry, that was off topic. Yeah, so she also posted, like, she said, like, oh, yeah, he jumped over the fence and took my belongings and stuff, and then she posted the video.
The video, which I only saw this man say, Justine.
That's it, dude. And she made it seem like he climbed. I was picturing him climbing this tall-ass fence, like the ones I have in my backyard. No, it wasn't even, like...
It was like, Justine.
Like, it wasn't even, like hip height. He just stepped over it.
He didn't even say nothing crazy.
But her tweet about him tossing her phone across the hotel room and slapping her in the face with money, saying
that shit was funny. I'm not going
to
try to
fucked up. If you ever do that to me, it is on site. I do not care. Like
I read that shit and I just pictured
crazy. No.
There's certain things in the world where it just doesn't, because slapping someone in the face with money have already just been so popularized in a funny way to where when you actually say, it was an abusive relationship type of shit, that shit sounds funny.
No, it doesn't.
It sounds funny.
It sounds so disrespectful. Like, are you dumb? Like, nah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, so
and then he takes to Twitter. They just go back and forth on Twitter about the whole thing. He starts defending himself on Twitter, replying to her tweets. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, actually, this didn't happen. And that it's like a conversation that should have been done through text message between points A and B, but they wanted the whole world to see. And then last night she live streamed her going to the police station to file a report because people are like, why didn't you do that? She's like,
he's the one that was like, I'm done going back and forth. File a police report or let's resolve it. Yeah. He was like, file that shit.
So she went to file and she said that I think she said she tried to file before too and they don't take her seriously.
Yeah, they call her a difficult victim.
Yes, yeah. And then she put the name of the deputy in there too.
Which is wild. I've never heard that shit before. A difficult victim.
Yeah. So, basically, the reason though that I don't think anyone is gonna even cancel Sheck Wes, to be honest. Like,
nah, because we all kind of confused.
Everyone is confused, and
because the evidence she put out there doesn't really seem like.
Well, a lot of people have been saying, "Where's the pictures of the bruises? Where's the pictures of this and that and blah blah blah?" Which, mind you, like I won't. Maybe if she has them, maybe she doesn't feel comfortable putting them out. Fine, like cool. I get it. I mean,
to be granted, let's be honest. In a lot of the situations where people do get abused, they do put the pictures out.
Yes, but let's
Bow Wow put the pictures out.
I got it tattooed on my forehead. I always believe the victim. Okay?
Yeah,
so I'm just not even gonna like. I just think though. I think this is gonna get pushed under the rug. It's gonna disappear once if nothing happens with the police report and nothing gets investigated and there's no reports on it. It's gonna get pushed under the rug because she hasn't really like blown up.
I don't necessarily think that you have to blow up because a lot of girls who have no type of clout on the internet blow up because they expose someone.
Yeah, but like, for example, the girl who XXXTentacion beat really badly, what happened to her? Nobody's really.
She's still around.
Yeah, but nobody's asking about her no more. No
the
one
case
really
is done.
posts
He's
about
dead.
her.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I know he's dead.
How you gonna charge a man that's dead?
Don't remind us. Anyways, but like people don't ask about it. Like, it's not like, Chris Brown, Rihanna type level. Like, those two were both at a very high level when that shit went down. Justine Skye isn't very popular. It's even in the beginning, I said I didn't even know what she did. Like, I just see her name on Twitter and people are like, oh my God, she's so hot, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like,
she's cute. She's really cute.
Girl? Yeah, she's cute, but I'm like, what does this girl do? Like, but yeah, and even Sheck, he's just a one-hit wonder as of right now. He don't got anything else.
Damn, you don't like Live Sheck Wes, Die Sheck Wes?
I don't even know that song. I didn't even know he had another song other than Mo Bamba.
He has a whole EP out.
That's crazy. I mean, Mo Bamba slaps, but like...
You didn't even check that. You didn't check him out.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
I mean, I heard Mo Bamba and that was good enough for me until I get bored of it.
Live Sheck Wes, I'ma die Sheck Wes.
It's not.
You didn't. Well, hey man, I want to see this unfold. She pulled up to the station. You know what? I want to say that she may be a victim of circumstances. Mm-hmm. She may be a victim of maybe Sheck Wes. Maybe Sheck Wes was like, you know what? I'm done playing with you. Mm-hmm. Stop with all that bullshit. You're doing so much shit. I'm not trying to fuck with you no more. And maybe, she was like, I love you type shit. Or, Sheck wasn't trying to fuck with her. That's why I seen the video. She pulled up like, Justine.
He said he was trying to get his stuff back.
Yeah. And she said that her excuse was she put it in grocery bags because I didn't want to. Garbage bags because I didn't want to disrespect you. And that's the whole reason why you hit me. I was like, huh? So you told me you put his stuff away respectfully for him. And then he was like, you put the shit respectfully, bitch, and then gave you Tyson rules?
Thought it was actually sarcastic and it was disrespectful because it's in trash bags. If someone puts my shit in trash bags, that's kind of disrespectful.
Is it? Where are you gonna put them in grocery bags?
When someone tells me like their stuff is in the trash bag, I always think back to Angelina from Jersey Shore when she brought the trash bag, and she's been roasted for it ever since for the last decade. So like, it's just disrespectful.
I wouldn't know.
No, you don't watch those white shows.
Nah, I remember doing laundry and putting my shit in trash bags and then having the clean clothes in the trash bag.
Nah, I don't put nothing in the trash bag.
You never been through the struggle.
I don't put shit in a trash bag unless I'm taking shit out to the trash. Like, that's literally, I swear to God, I have never used a trash bag to put, like, I have a laundry hamper.
Man, you never been through the struggle.
Clearly not. Nah. I didn't know that was a
You never been through the struggle, man. You never been through the struggle. Hey, you never even put candy inside the trash bag? You never been trick-or-treating with the trash bag?
My mom didn't let me go with the trash bag. She said it's greedy.
Come on,
Not even a pillowcase. All I was allowed was my little Halloween bag that she bought me from Walmart.
Damn.
She said it was greedy. She stopped me from trick-or-treating at the age of 13. She said you're not allowed anymore because you're a teenager.
I kept on pulling up until like 7. Was it 17? No, 16. 16.
My mom was that mom who, if you pulled up and you were like tall and looked older, she'll only give you one candy. She used to give the little kids a bunch.
Word?
Yeah.
Hey man, I
remember those. Very child friendly.
All right, man. Were you AJ? Oh fuck that.
That doesn't really matter.
All right, so
you want to do your hot take, or you?
It's not a hot take.
We'll do one more. We got 10 minutes.
I just said it's not a hot take, but it's a question. I remember watching.
This is what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was on YouTube, I think a few days ago, and they started talking about finances and stuff like that. And one question that no one really ever gets to, no really have talked about is at what point do you start to consider the other person's finances as important?
When you're in a relationship?
Yeah, like at what point do you start going like, all right, I got to know how much money you making so we know how to, is it during, after you have sex with them? Is it before you have sex with them? Is it after they pop the question?
I mean, you might have sex on the first night, so I don't even think that even.
So you just popping the pussy for some broke people, allegedly.
You talking about me?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking. I just said allegedly. I just said allegedly.
Drug dealers ain't broke. I'm joking.
Drug dealers are the brokest people I know.
I'm joking. Anyways, so I think this is very dependent on how serious you take a person to begin with. I've never really been in a serious relationship, so like I don't even know. Like I've never been at the point where I've considered someone's finances important enough for me to want to know, in order for me to know when we could start to grow and build whatever we're trying to get into. But I mean, I think once you get to a serious enough point, I would say honestly, maybe after a couple years, like maybe after like 2 years, 2-3 years, because then you're like, okay, this person doesn't seem like they're actually gonna go anywhere, and like once you really establish that trust and that you're like, okay, like this is the one, then yes, then I'm gonna want to know. And I will say, because I got trust issues, I'm gonna say I'll give that like 2 years, three, I'll give it 3 just to be sure. Like after 2 years, I'll be like, you know what, maybe I should start to question a little bit. The 3rd year, I'm like, okay, we're fucking getting married, or this is a waste of time, so pick one. And if they say we're getting married, then I'm gonna be like, okay, like what you got in your savings right now? This is what I have. Like, when are we gonna like get a place to stay, and like where are we gonna send our kids to school, and like
well, keep going.
But shit like that, like that's when I think it becomes important. So yeah, for me, I'll say 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
3 years is actually when you start going like, all right, let's start talking about finances and money.
Yeah.
All right then.
But first, I gotta know if you want to marry me or not.
I think that's kind of too late. It's like, you want to marry me? Let's go talk about money. I think we should talk about money before we talk about marriage, but whatever have you.
Nah, because if you're not trying to marry me, then I don't give a fuck. Then you could just leave right then and there.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Look, if let's say I start dating someone right now, I'm gonna be 24 in November, okay?
Yeah.
If I start dating someone right now, we hit 3 years, I'm gonna be 27, and you're telling me at 27 you don't want to marry me, then what the fuck are you talking about? Leave me alone then. I'll find someone new. See what I'm talking about?
I mean, nah, I don't think that's...
I don't know. If I was in a serious relationship, I feel like I could contribute to this conversation more.
Yeah.
You've been in a serious relationship, but you were young.
Yeah, I broke too.
But did you like know about finances or no?
No, I just
you
know
don't
I
really
did.
care when you're in a part-time job.
Yeah, I wasn't making no money. And plus, I always have this thing. It's like I've said you have to have a certain amount of money in your bank account to take someone serious, or when you want to start dating. And my thing is like I gotta have 20 grand in my bank before I start taking any type of chick serious on some like real shit.
Okay.
20 grand.
What do you have right now? I'm joking. Don't say that.
I got pretty much. I got a good little chunk.
Okay, that's good.
But not 20 grand yet.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's good. I don't really have like a thing like that when I'm gonna take someone serious. I've saved my whole life. Mm-hmm. If you looked at my savings account, you wouldn't think that's true.
You don't got 20 grand just sitting.
Nah, but it's always been instilled in me to like save my money. So like when I have emergencies or when I want to go on vacation or something.
Hold on, you just supposed to tell me it's been instilled in you to save, and then you about to tell me some other shit. You just hold on. What Nina? What you doing with your money, man?
Nah, because when am I at 13? Listen, I started working at 13 years old.
Okay, illegally. I understand.
Yes. In Ottawa. Mm-hmm. So I started working at 13 years old, right? And I worked at a Subway, you guys. It was nothing like grimy and shit like that, because the way Apollo said it legally kind of made it seem like it could be seen like that. But
no, it is legally.
I worked at a Subway, like making sandwiches.
Yo. Welcome to Subway. What can I get for you?
And ever since then, like my parents always told me to save my money, but like it was always like save up for something, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously at 13, I'm not thinking about saving up for a house or a car or nothing like that. You? I'm just thinking about saving up for like this new Xbox that I wanted to get, or like this new Walkman that I wanted, or a new CD, like stuff like that, right? It started off small. Then as I got older, it started to become like, okay, I have this much in my savings. Like, I want to get a car with this, or I want to get like a new hard drive for my laptop. Like, necessities will come from my savings account. Wants will just come from my checking account. But mind you, like, I think I just need to open a whole separate, I think I have a whole separate bank account for like saving for a house and shit. Like, I mean,
pull up the mortgage.
Yeah, or I might just like move to Texas or something where it's cheaper.
Move to Ottawa. It's cheaper.
I know it's cheaper in Ottawa, but I ain't got shit in Ottawa anymore.
Move to Montreal. They're a little French.
No, I'm not going there. They're racist too.
Are they racist out in Montreal? I thought people keep on telling me Montreal people are rude to people who speak English.
Yeah, they are. That too.
I've never encountered that.
No, I did, because living in Ottawa, you always get the Quebec people, right? We're right there.
Why don't you just tell them to suck your dick?
I don't know how to say that in French.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to say it either. but yeah, I think I like that. I mean, that's my only thing is like people always talk about, hey, we gotta understand how much money my partner has, and if they're willing to, or how much money their income is, and does it stack up against my income type shit. And I always look at that as like, all right, that seems like a great thing, but at what point do you start considering that?
Like, I don't even know what an average good income is to make. Like, I know what my dad makes, but I know what he makes is more than the average. But I don't know what the average is.
The Canadian average, I think the Canadian average is like 50-something thousand.
That's the average to make in a year?
I think so.
Holy shit.
I mean, if you make apparently once you hit about 72,000, that's optimal happiness that money can bring you. Anything above that, you're not getting any more happy.
Okay. Well,
yeah, that's about it, man.
I never knew that.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I want to know what that is. I think people have this conversation all the time about how much my partner is going to make, which I like to say, about the minute I have 20,000 in my bank, and I start taking chicks serious, I got to understand, well, how much money you got in your bank. This dick is not, I mean, I'll probably still give you dick, but I probably just wouldn't even,
oh my God.
take it.
Everything got to go back to dick.
No, chill out. I mean, I might do that, but in terms of me taking you back home to my mom, me saying, like, let's do some certain things where we connect on a deeper type of realm, that shit not gonna happen. Because I don't know how you give it up I don't know your body like that.
Okay. No. Well, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, you guys.
Is it really?
Happy Love Day. Hope you guys make more Scorpios. For me, I confronted my mother because I was born exactly 9 months after Valentine's Day. I was born 9 months and 5 days after Valentine's Day, November 19th, which means my mother and father got busy on Valentine's Day. So I confronted my mother about this, and she just looked at me and laughed and agreed.
Isn't a full term like 10 months or something?
9 months. Are you crazy? 10 months is too long. Baby comes out in 9 months.
Do your research. You're actually wrong.
I'm actually not wrong. 9 months is the full term to hold a baby. I'm a woman.
It's technically 10.
It's not 10. 10, like, something is wrong if the baby's still inside of you for that long.
It's over 9 months. It's over 9 months.
No, it's 9 months.
Google it then.
It's 40 weeks.
Google it.
I will tell you right now. I don't even have to Google it. I'm a girl with a vagina and a uterus and eggs.
Just because you got something don't mean... Hold on. Just because you got it don't mean you know it.
How long is the full term of pregnancy? What do you want to bet on this?
Well, say what it is.
40 weeks.
40 weeks.
How many weeks is 40 weeks?
Yeah, do that.
How many months?
There's 52 weeks in a year,
is
right?
40 weeks.
So you have about 12 weeks.
40 weeks equals 9.2 months.
9.2 months.
That's 9 months.
Why you round down?
Because you're not at the halfway mark. What
9.2 months.
9.5, then you're rounding.
9.2 months.
Yes.
There's 4 weeks in a month.
It's 9 months, my guy.
9.2 months? Nah, man.
Yes.
Nah. 9.2 months?
Crazy.
9.2 months?
I want to get pregnant just to prove to you that it's 9 months.
That's 9 months and a half, right?
No,
that's 9 months. 9 months and 2 weeks.
9.5 would be 9 months.
How?
Because that would be 9.2 is not.
9.2
is not half of
what's
the
0.2?
whole 10.
What's 0.2?
0.2 is
2 weeks. It's
no,
2 weeks.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
No, you're fucking it up.
It's
Listen,
2 weeks.
A decimal is up to 10. It's 0 to 10, right? 0.2 is not half of 10. 0.5 is half of 10, so 0.5 would be 2 weeks. 0.2 is like a couple hours.
Yo, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
What type of shit you say? Yo, your math is off. Your math is off. So no, it's 10 months. I remember Sierra saying, yo, people got it wrong. It's like 10 months and she's been pregnant.
It's not. Anyways, I was a Scorpio baby. So, you know, you guys, if you're looking to make a family, add more to the Scorpio world. And
ain't nothing happen like that. Nothing that happen. Like more people have a lot of sex during the wintertime, the starting winter time. And that's why a lot of summer babies are happening. That's why a lot of people have babies in the summer.
Well, I'm not a salty Valentine's Day person. I actually really like it, even though I'm single.
Why would you be salty?
You know, bitches are always salty. Like, oh my God, Valentine's Day. I hate Valentine's Day, blah, blah, blah. Girls without boyfriends are always like that.
Girls who have boyfriends?
No, without boyfriends. It's not that deep. Like, it's just another day. That's it. I mean, my mom gets me a Valentine every year. So, like, I'm happy. I never got a candy gram my whole life, though.
That's kind of sad.
I know, it is kind of sad.
That's kind of sad. That's sad. You not being pressed over Valentine's Day, that seems kind of weird. But
I'm trying to put this good energy into the world.
Yeah, if you're single and you're complaining about not being with anybody on Valentine's Day, bitch,
you're going to be single for the rest of your life.
Pussy trash.
Okay. See? I'm over here not complaining, so what does that mean?
Oh, man. Got a little twinkle.
Okay, wrap it up.
Got a little twinkle. All right, man. Appreciate you guys listening for another episode of the Educated and Reckless podcast. This is our shortest episode yet, being only an hour.
Sorry.
And if you appreciate this content, you know, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and make sure you rate, subscribe, and comment, and let your friends know about this beautiful, wonderful podcast that is coming out every Wednesday, except for this week.
Sorry.
All right, man. Welcome back to. All right. All right, later. This has been Educated and Reckless podcast with the host, with the most, Apollo P. and
No Better Nina.
We out.